Hi, in this video, I'm going to talk about if you are a newly licensed agent and have just received your real estate license. My name is Melissa DeSantis. I am a broker associate and the managing broker of eXp Realty Central Jersey in Freehold, New Jersey. And I remember it like yesterday when I passed my real estate test. I have been in the business for almost 15 years now, and I remember it like yesterday when I passed my real estate test. I was so relieved, but then it hit me, and I was like, wow, this is great, but now what do I do? I had so many questions as well as decisions to make, such as which brokerage was I going to join? How was I going to get clients? And of course, how was I ultimately going to make money? I wasn't sure where to even begin. And looking back, there are many, many mistakes that I made and things I would definitely do differently. So I hope that this video is insightful and will give you some advice and tips if you are a newly licensed agent and just starting out. So number one, the first thing that you need to decide is which brokerage are you going to hang your license with? I highly recommend interviewing with several different brokerages before you make a decision because each brokerage is going to offer something different than the other. As a new agent, you want to feel that you are welcomed, you want to feel comfortable, and when you're starting out, this is very important. Once you have selected a broker, you need to find a mentor, a top producing realtor. Ask them to go out for a cup of coffee, take them out to lunch, and just pick their brains. Ask them questions such as how they got started, what their biggest struggle is when they started, what it is today, and any other advice that they may be willing to share with you. Next, you need a business plan. This is something I didn't do in the beginning, and looking back, I felt it would have helped me tremendously. Develop a plan that will help keep you focused and organized. There are constant distractions in this business, and I still struggle with it to this day. Figuring out how to be proactive and not reactive in this business is crucial, and a business plan is going to help you do that. Also, lay out your short-term goals and your long-term goals in your business plan. Keep your goals realistic. In this business, nothing typically happens overnight. Number three, reach out to your sphere of influence. And your sphere of influence is anyone and everyone that you know. Family, friends, acquaintances, friends of friends. Reach out to them and let them know you're in the business now. The number one source of referrals, business, and income for most agents is their sphere of influence. And this is a very important step in the beginning as well as throughout your career in real estate. All of these people already know, like, and trust you. And this is going to be the first place you're likely to do your first real estate transaction. Relationships in this business are everything. And when I first started out, I did not have a large sphere of influence. I wasn't from this area. And it has taken me many, many years to grow my sphere of influence. I can definitely say that most of my business comes from past clients, repeat clients, and referrals. So this step is crucial. And this is the step where you start with lead generation. That leads me to number four, generate leads. Like I said, when I started in this business, I didn't know a lot of people. So I started with expired listings. And an expired listing is a home that was on the market previously with another realtor. Now, you have to understand expired leads are a little different today than they were 15 years ago. Not as many people are picking up their phones from unknown numbers today. And with the market and lack of inventory that we're in today, there aren't as many expired leads as there were back when I started in real estate. But it's still a great place to start and a way to generate leads. And I will never forget my first expired listing. It came from a home, and the owners' names were Mary and Jesus. And I remember thinking, wow, this is meant to be. And I got my first listing, and I was going to be a rock star. Well, it didn't exactly turn out that way. The listing also expired with me. The sellers weren't reasonable about the price, and so the listing expired. But it was a great way to start learning, prospecting, and I learned a lot from that transaction. So expired leads still can work today. It's just that you do them a little bit differently than when I started in the business. Let me warn you, you can spend a fortune in this business on buying leads. And I will admit that I tend to be one of those people. I'm always interested and excited about the shiny new object. And in real estate, there are always several exciting new objects. So you need to be careful where you spend your money. So aside from your sphere of influence and expired listings, how do you generate leads? Well, first, if you can afford it, I'm going to discuss the way you can generate leads that you pay for. First, you have Zillow, and if you buy leads from Zillow, you will definitely receive leads. However, Zillow can be very expensive and highly competitive depending upon what market you're in. You can purchase leads from Realtor.com. They tend to be a little bit less expensive than Zillow. And there are also other platforms out there. Some of the big ones are Commissions Inc., Boomtown, and Ylopo. I'm going to be honest, I've tried them all, and I have had some success with them. But you have to make sure that you follow up, that you're consistent and persistent. Otherwise, it's basically like throwing your money down the toilet. Another source of lead generation you can do is farming. And no, I don't mean farming like a farmer. That's what we call it in real estate when you select a development or a neighborhood and you promote yourself throughout that neighborhood. You can do it by postcards. You can do it by door knocking. I hate door knocking, so I don't do that. But you can do it by door hangers. You can even run Facebook ads through the development. And you promote yourself in that development and really try to stand out and make yourself the go-to agent in that neighborhood. Few recommendations if you're going to do farming is make sure you do your homework and you want to select a neighborhood that already doesn't have a prominent realtor in there. And you want to select a development where homes turn over, where they're selling. So a great option for that may be a condo or a townhouse development, because a lot of times people are looking to move up and go to their next house. And that's a great option for farming because sometimes you can get 2 transactions out of it. You get them, the sellers who are selling their condo or townhouse, and then they're moving up, so you get them as a buyer. Farming can be a great option to generate leads and income if it's done correctly. Another option you can pay for to generate leads is Facebook ads. I have tried these in the past 5 to 10 years, and I've never had much luck with them. They do require a lot of follow-up and patience. So if you are new and don't have the money to spend to generate leads, where can you start? Well, I've already discussed your sphere of influence, and I can't stress that enough. That should be your number one source of business and income and where you start. You also have expired leads, as I've discussed, and you have for sale by owners. For sale by owners are people who are trying to sell their home on their own and are not using a realtor. It's important, if you're going to try to work with these type of clients, that you come from a place of value and information. You don't want to come across like a used car salesman and pushy, because most likely you are not going to win for sale by owners over that way. Another free resource that you can use is social media. And regarding social media, make sure to create business accounts on all of these platforms. That's going to be very important for you when you are in the business and moving forward. And that leads me to your website. In this business, it's important to have a professional, visually pleasing website. So that is something that you're going to want to do some research on and invest a little bit of money on, because if people hear about you or someone recommends you and they look you up, you want to have a website that is professional. And that leads me to blogging. You can blog on your website, and that could help you to start ranking on Google organically, and you don't have to pay for SEO, search engine optimization. So blogging on your website is also a great way to get your name out there and start ranking on Google. Another suggestion is to join a local networking group and to join your local chamber of commerce. In this business, you're going to find that it's all about networking and relationships. Lastly, make videos. Start a YouTube channel and get your videos out across YouTube and social media. You can educate people about the local market, provide information, and this way people will get to know you, like you, and trust you. No one wants to be sold. So this is something I think many agents don't understand. So if you can offer value, provide information and insights, it is going to go a long way in your business and helping it to grow. Last but certainly not least, you want to be consistent and not try to do everything. That's why having a business plan, as I discussed in the beginning, is so important. You want to stay focused and on track. And I tend to have a problem doing this. I want to do everything and try everything new that comes out. And then I get sidetracked and I never finish what I started. And doing it that way is not a good way to succeed in this business. So stay focused, stick to your business plan, and it's going to help you from becoming overwhelmed and frustrated and burnt out in your real estate business. This can be a wonderful business. And one of the best parts and what I love about real estate is that there is no limits, there is no glass ceiling, and there's endless opportunities and a way for you to use your creativity and make genuine connections with other people. At the same time, I can tell you it's far from like you see on TV, the reality shows. My life is definitely not like $1 Million Listing. And I don't know any other realtors whose life is really like $1 Million Listing. I can assure you, you are going to encounter challenges, frustrations, rejections. Every realtor does. But try not to let it get to you. Get out of the negativity. Surround yourself with positive people who are going to help you and inspire you to become successful in this business. Every successful or top producing agent was new at one point, and most realtors don't become successful overnight. So remember to set realistic expectations and be patient and be kind to yourself. I wish you all the best, and if you are getting started in this business, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact information is below. Again, my name is Melissa DeSantis. I am a broker associate and the managing broker of eXp Realty Central Jersey in Freehold. Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch my video, and I wish you all the best and all the success in this business.